Genesis 25 quietly introduces a pattern that appears throughout the Bible, and it begins with Abraham. After Sarah's death, Abraham has more children. But verse 5 says Abraham gives everything he has to Isaac. To his other sons, he gives gifts and sends them away from Isaac. Why? Could Genesis already be separating Abraham's many descendants from the particular family line through which God's promise will continue? Then Abraham dies, and something beautiful happens. Verse 9 says Isaac and Ishmael bury him together. Think about that. These are the sons connected to one of the most complicated family situations in Genesis. Yet when Abraham dies, they stand together. Genesis doesn't explain their relationship. It simply records the moment. Then Ishmael's 12 sons are listed. And immediately afterward, Jacob and Esau enter the story. Could that repeated number, 12, be worth noticing? Is Genesis beginning a pattern that becomes important later? Then comes something even stranger. Rebekah is pregnant with twins. And the pregnancy is so difficult that she asks God why this is happening. God's answer is remarkable. Verse 23 says, 2 nations are in your womb. Then comes the reversal. The older will serve the younger. Wait. Before Jacob and Esau have done anything, God announces that the normal order will be reversed. Why? Could Genesis be showing us that God's purposes don't always follow human expectations? Esau is born first. Jacob comes out holding his heel. Even his name is connected with the heel, almost as if their struggle begins at birth. Then we reach the birthright. Esau comes home exhausted. Jacob has food. Esau wants it. Jacob asks for the birthright, and Esau agrees. For one meal. Then verse 34 says, Esau despised his birthright. Maybe the deeper issue isn't simply hunger. Maybe it's value. Esau values what he needs right now more than something whose importance lies in the future. And that creates a fascinating pattern. Throughout Genesis, God keeps working through circumstances that don't follow the expected order. The younger instead of the older. The unlikely instead of the obvious. The promise instead of human convention. So what if Genesis 25 isn't simply telling us how Jacob and Esau became rivals? What if it's showing us something about God's perspective? That what humans consider obvious or important isn't necessarily what God considers important. And perhaps the question for us is even more uncomfortable. What are we willing to trade away today? Because we don't see the value of what it could become tomorrow. What do you think?